What's up, what's up, what's up? It's Curry Spice back with another video, and I am waiting for my bus, my final bus, headed to work after being off for 2 full days. I wish I could tell you that I'm feeling refreshed, but I'm actually not, believe it or not. I'm a little sleep deprived, just a little bit. I woke up a little earlier than I wanted to, but trying to not let that get the best of me. So, there's something I wanted to talk about today, and I'm kind of like struggling with episode ideas. But one thing I do want to talk about is people's perception of me. Which, right off the bat, I should tell you that shouldn't really matter what people think of me, because at the end of the day, it just matters that, like, what I feel about myself. That's what truly matters. How I can sleep at night after everything in my life I've done. If I can sleep at night, that's what matters. And I don't know, like, I feel like people think that I'm this free spirit. They portray me as though I don't really have a care in the world. I do whatever I want to do and things like that. And I wish that were true, but I'm not completely free. I'm not completely free. So I don't feel free because I have to wake up every morning. I do the 9 to 5. I'm busting my butt to make sure I get fed, to make sure my bills get paid. I can't, well, not right now at this time. I can't wake up in the Bahamas, although I do have a passport now. I can't wake up in the Bahamas with just my laptop. Waking up at 11 a.m. or 11 a.m. or noon, and I just get to start work whenever I want to start it, you know? I might be 90% free because I don't let my situation define me for the most part. The many woes in my life, I don't let them define me. I don't have a car, and I'm traveling 3 hours on a bus to get to my job. Now, if I don't know what not letting the no car situation define me, oh man, I don't know what is. I'm very proud of myself for being like that. That's the one thing I love about myself. I don't let my situation define me. I could be in debt. I can be, I could be depressed or wake up depressed. I don't let my woes get the best of me. I have suffered from depression. I have. Of course I have. I think a lot of people have. I've had my days where I've curled up into a ball and, I don't think I can do this anymore. I don't think I can live. I don't think I can go on. And the next day I had to find the motivation to shake it off. Because no one's going to have my best interest like I have in myself. There are people who care about me out there. Trust me. There's a lot of people out there who care about me. But it's up to me to save myself. So I have to be my best man. I have to be my own best man. I have to be my own husband in a sense. I have to be my own mother, my own father, my own supporter, my own cheerleader. And it could be a little sad because when my grandmother passed away, and she's my guardian, she raised me up until her death. And she died when I was 14. So that still affects me to this day. I'm still grieving over my grandmother. And I'm 36 years old right now. So it's like about to be 37 in August, which is like right around the corner. So, I mean, I don't feel free. Not as free as I want to be. I see what people are saying about how I appear free, appear as this free spirit. But I'm not sure if some people mean free spirit as a compliment or as an insult. Because I think by the way that I joke with people, I have like this, they can tell that I'm very outspoken. If it's on my mind, I'll say it for the most part. And I'm not even all the way there. Like I'm very tame when it comes to things that I think about. Like I don't express every single thing that's on my mind. I wish I was like that, but then to an extent, it's probably not good to be like that because you want to have some form of tact, and I have a lot of tact. Sometimes I have too much tact. So I think some people think I'm in this free spirit because when they know that I'm married with kids and they notice I'm not like I don't have a shrine on my wall with like all these different memories I've shared with my husband and my kids, and I don't post about them on Facebook as much, and I don't post about them as much on Instagram. I save my social media for myself for the most part. So if you want to know about me, like if you're liking me, you're liking my page on social media, you want to know about me. If you want to know about my kids, you go on my kids page and find out more about them. But if you want to know about me, you're liking Melissa Currie-White's page because her page is all about Melissa Currie-White. So I don't even post about celebrities anymore the way I used to. It's really rare that you'll find a post about a celebrity on my page now, which I've come a long way with that because I was obsessed with celebrities. But I do love my family. I do love my husband. I do love my kids. But I'm just not always posting because I like to post about what's true to me in my life and what's true to me in that moment. Whatever, and even my YouTube videos, they reflect what my mind is like in that given moment. So I don't want to give you a false image of this, of, oh, like, this is my husband and my kids, and we've been together for over 16 years, and we're living happily ever after, and everything's great. There's no problems, because that would be a lie. I have nothing but problems. Like, I have evolved so much in 2018. This is my year. This is my year. And I'm so proud of myself with everything I've accomplished. I have had accomplishments back to back to back. Like losing weight, losing 45 pounds, graduating with my bachelor's degree finally after so many years of starting school, stopping school, starting school. It took me 6 years, actually longer than that. It took me 6 years of consistency to finally get a bachelor's. And that was on and off. 6 years on and off. More like, well, no, you can't count that semester. So I'll just say 6 years. But yeah, so, because there was a time when I started school in the very beginning because I didn't want to I wanted to do something to make my grandmother, make her memory proud in her grave. So what I did was I signed up for school, and I was like 19, 20 years old. But I withdrew from all the classes. I waited till like close to the end of the semester, and I withdrew from all my classes because my mind wasn't there yet. Like, I wasn't in the right mindset to be in college, and I was forcing myself because I wanted to do something to make my grandmother proud in her grave. But that didn't work out. But that's okay because I ended up getting my bachelor's anyway, eventually. But I had to wait and do it on my own terms. So it still happened. It just didn't happen as fast as I wanted it to happen. But yeah, so I think the other reason why people think that I'm free is because like I make a lot of jokes and I laugh. I make people laugh around me a lot because I say some crazy shit, and I'm unique like that. And I love that liberation when it comes to like just saying whatever it is I want to say. And I have like this sexual kind of humor about me as well. And I think it kind of sets off antennas in people's heads. It's like, you're not supposed to say that, Melissa, you know? You know? And I'm more like, well, if it's on my mind, I want to say it because I'm already restricted with things that I say. I can't say everything I want to say because I do have some level of tact. But I don't want to always have tact. I want to just sometimes just speak my mind. And I think it's important for my own sanity. If I'm in a very freeing situation, I need to be in a freeing situation in order for me to thrive. Because if I feel like my growth is being stunted, or my evolution is being stunted, it's going to affect me and it's going to make me insane. Like, one of my reasons for deciding to go for an online only master's program is because being in school physically for the last like 6 years or so has in a small way stunted my growth because I couldn't leave the state. I've been wanting to leave the state for a long time and I couldn't, because I love to be free. I love to like run wild, you know? Like, after the recession, I've had this urge to move because I was looking for a place that had a cheaper cost of living, and I was never able to move because I've been mandated to live in California because of my school, because I was attending physically, and it also, being a physical college student at like a traditional campus setting, it affected the jobs that I got, you know, in the future, or it kind of screwed up my job potential, my getting hired on to a company, you know, because I can't be at a job Monday through Friday from 9 to 5 if I'm going to school Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 8 to 10, and then another class from 1 to 2:30. Like, it's not going to work. So school, in a small way, held me back. It held me back. So that's what I'm thinking about, just doing my entire grad school program online so I can have the freedom to fly free like the bird that I am. And I think the only thing that's really holding me back right now is that, how do I even say this? Well, I can't pick up and leave the way that I did when I left New York to come live in California. Because at that time in my life, I was single. I didn't have any responsibilities. I have way more responsibilities now. So I can't, in that same way that I left New York to come to California, I can't do that very same thing leaving California to go somewhere else. Like, I mean, at this point in my life, I can't do that because my kids are still young and I'm married and my husband might not want to move where I move. So so it's difficult. And that affects me because I do want to be able to fly free. There's so much of the world to explore. And in a way, I kind of feel like I'm wasting it on the United States. Although I was born and raised here. I was born and raised here in the United States, but I just feel like I'm wasting my life here because there's so much more of the world to see. And that's one of the reasons why I decided to get my passport. Although I'm not sure when exactly I'll use it. But I want to be able to at least just have it. So when I'm ready to take a trip, I can just go. It's like, oh, let's go to London. I have according to Ancestry DNA, I have 6% Great Britain in my blood. And maybe that could be the reason why I'm so attracted to London, England, and, and British life. Because I love their accent. I love their culture. I love the language. It's just, and I want to explore more about it. So I'm not free. I'm working towards my freedom. I'm definitely working towards my freedom. And that's one of the reasons why I'm a college student, or was a college student. But I'm about to be a college student again if everything goes the way that I plan. But yeah, no one will ever really understand the way that my mind works. They'll just kind of see me as they'll kind of see me as a foreigner, so to speak. Like, because the way, I guess you could say my wavelength can be somewhat, it's non-traditional for sure. It's non-traditional. So I might outcast myself inadvertently, but that's okay. That's okay because I'd rather stand alone and fight what I believe in, even if those beliefs are different from other people, than to be lying to myself by like blending into the crowd and just speaking the same language that everybody wants to hear, telling everybody like these sweet nothings. And it's just a bunch of lies because that's not what I feel in my heart. But I'm just speaking the language because that's what everyone around me wants to hear. And people praise me for it because, oh, she says the right thing. Let's keep her around. I think people deserve the truth. Even if that truth is not what they want to hear, as long as it's delivered tactfully, it should be accepted. So I'm not financially free. I'm not spiritually free. I'm not 100% free. I need to work more on my spirituality. I want to work on my finances. I want to work on, there's just so much I want to work on. I want to work on the amount of hope that I have, like my faith. work on my endurance, and with my endurance and my patience, definitely, because me considering this master's program, although it is online only, I'm gonna be working full time simultaneously, and it's gonna be a lot, because I've heard that it's doable. It's doable, but it's not. It's doable, but it's just it's challenging. So I have to be ready for that, and it might require that I get less sleep, and that's going to be hard for me because I love to sleep. Oh my God, I love to sleep. It's one of my favorite things to do. But yeah, so this video is already running longer than I wanted to, but it's kind of like a deep topic. But maybe if you have any questions for me, just link them or comment down below. And as always, looking to spice up your life one episode at a time.